The Mekong River runs through 6 countries: China, Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam. The management of the Mekong Basin has been fragmented due to the lack of dialogue and transparency in decision-making. It's also because of the political sensitivities in transboundary issues. The Mekong region, especially the Lower Mekong region, has been developing very rapidly in the recent 2 decades. This also brings a boom in hydropower. As we all know that hydropower generates massive energy which is required for the development of this region, but at the same time there are lots of negative impacts of hydropower dams. Hydropower dams, it significantly change the flow regimes in the river course and also have huge impacts on the local ecosystem. At the same time, some of the projects requires massive displacement of people living in the region, and this brings lots of issues with social impacts. Social liability of the hydropower dams usually revolves around population displacement and involuntary resettlement. If these negative social impacts are not properly addressed, there might be very serious consequences. The project will systematically study this Lower Mekong region and to provide a good governance map of the Mekong Basin at local, state, and international level. We also found there is an emerging architecture of Mekong governance, which is also known as the Lanchang-Mekong Cooperation Mechanism, which was recently launched by the ministers of all 6 riparian countries. And this is a very important agreement. It signals the active engagement of China in Mekong's governance. It is also a key component of China's Road and Belt initiative. It will contribute to international and integrated river basin management of the Mekong and cross-border economic cooperation, food security, and poverty reduction in this region. It will play a key role in the near future in the new management regime of this Mekong region. Our project on Mekong Good Governance aims to bridge this gap and create space for dialogue. Our research is focused on the Lower Sesan 2 Dam in Cambodia. It is a major hydropower development in this region, and it's currently under construction, about 85% complete, and will start operation next year. It is a build, operate, and transfer project with 3 companies involved: the Hydrolanchang of China, the Royal Group of Cambodia, and also the International Energy of Vietnam. A recent government reports indicate that this project will require a resettlement of relocation of 800 households, and of which 17% reject to move to the new villages at the stage. Our research will focus on the affected households. We carried out a large-scale household survey, which covering 500 households in this project. And a comprehensive questionnaire has been designed to help us to connect pre-resettlement household information and to create a baseline for any future research. This questionnaire is also used to help us understand the perception of the Lower Sesan 2 Dam and also to examine the impacts of the local household. It also helps us to find out what are the factors influencing people's decision-making process, and also we examine the gender equalities in this resettlement project. For example, we are trying to find out whether women are more vulnerable in this displacement. There are some other questions helping us to understand other social impacts, for example, the psychological impacts of the household, whether they feel angry or they feel fear or they feel hopeless or they feel excited about the movement. We'll continue to explore ways to expand and to improve upon the space for dialogue and also to find out the ways to improve the accountability of transboundary river governance of Mekong.